Welcome to Do You Want to Build a Snowman? This is a step-by-step video showing you how you can create a whimsical, fun snowman using the painting kit you received through the library. Your kit contains a canvas, a plate, paint, brushes, and a cup with a few buttons in the cup. From your home, you'll need a pencil, some paper towel, a disposable cup for water, and something to protect your surface, either a newspaper or wax paper. I'm also using an old-fashioned can opener to help open the paint cups. Begin with the canvas in the landscape position, the long edge facing you. Place the paper plate upside down, a little bit off the corner of the canvas at the side and a little bit off the canvas on the bottom. With a light pencil, trace the paper plate. From the left side of the plate, a few inches down from the top of the circle, you're going to draw a curved line, go off the edge, and curve up. Bring the curve back to the head and stop. Now from the very top of the canvas, draw a line. It doesn't have to be straight. Down past your last line you touched the head with, and then just a little bit farther down into the head. As you can see, I made a little mistake, so I can go in with my eraser and erase that mistake. If you also wish, you can erase where the curved part of the head is. It will be covered by paint, so don't worry about it if you do not erase. Now we're going to draw a smile, and it could be a crooked smile or a straight smile, just a very wide U shape. And then over at the edges, you're going to make some chubby cheeks for your snowman. So you draw a slightly open C shape and backward C shape. Let's draw the carrot nose. Somewhere in the middle of this face, draw a line that goes off the face. Carrots are not perfect, so it is okay to be crooked. A little bit of a curved line here, and then a line out to meet the point. Now we'll draw the eyes in. I'm turning mine upside down. I want the eyes to flank the nose, so I'll draw circles. I'm drawing smaller circles than I want the eyes to be, but the dark line will show through the white paint when we get to that part. We're also going to have a little comma at the top of the eyes. We're almost completed with the drawing portion. We'll need to draw a scarf floating in the breeze. From the top of the page, have the scarf go in a really curved line for one side of the scarf, and then match your curves, if you wish, to the other side of the scarf. I've drawn in stripes, and it really is up to you how many stripes you would like for your scarf. One trick I found for the paint was to use the old-fashioned can opener and place it between the two plastic pieces for the paint cups and pry it open. Use the plate that came in the kit. That will help you with your brushes. We'll start with the round tip brush in the light blue paint, and you will outline all around the scarf up to the hat, back around the carrot, and around the snowman's face. Outline with the round tipped brush first. Outline all where the sky will be in light blue, and now using the flat brush, fill in that area. Now fill in the other side of the scarf with light blue. Once you have the background, the light blue in, please notice that I went over the edge slightly, but not all the way. That way your hands have something to hold on to. Now we'll begin to paint the face white. As you can see, I've left the white paint somewhat with lines and chunks of paint. You can also very faintly see the smile and the eyes through the white paint. Now with the dark blue, I've started painting in one section of the scarf. Use the flat brush and the round brush. The round brush to get in the corners into your outlining. The flat brush will be for the larger areas. And we'll do every other place in blue. I've turned the canvas because next we'll paint the hat band. It is up to you if you paint it in red or blue. Now we'll open the orange paint and paint the carrot nose. And then after we finish the carrot nose, we'll go into the scarf and make the red portions of the scarf. We'll now use the black paint to go in and trace the pencil smile that you can see through the white paint. It sometimes helps to turn your canvas and use your pinky finger as your guide to steady your hand to make the smile. As you can see, I've put a faint paint line for the smile. Now I'll fill it in with the black paint to make it look a little thicker. And I've added in the backward C's to make the snowman cheeks. At any time you need a break, you can always let the paint dry and then come back in and add more details. Now we'll work on the eyes. Start small, filling in with the black paint. And if you go outside of the lines, that's okay. You can always add in and make the eyes just a little bit bigger. I have one eye on, and now I'm going to just very carefully draw a little line, curvy line up from the side, that little comma, and now we'll start on the other eye. Now we have the 2 comma eyes completed. The next step will be filling in the hat all black. Now the painting is filled with paint. You can do some touch-up work now. I would recommend letting it dry some, and then we'll go back in and add the details to really finish this picture. I have let my painting dry somewhat and gone back in and touched up a few points that I felt needed a little touch-up, and also painted all around the edge, matching the color. Next, we're going to add the little details that will make our snowman pop. On your paper plate, please add some water and a little tiny drop of black. What you're going for is we're shading in the snowman, and we want just the tiniest bit of a gray color. So at the side of the snowman's face, take this watercolor and in a curved arc, starting at the corner, add in some of the gray watercolor paint. We're going to make the snowman's sphere head look like it is actually a circle. You can go all around the edge. And remember, if you feel like you have too much, take your paper towel and blot the paint, and you'll have another clean canvas to work on. The next step, after you've shaded your snowman's face sphere, is to take a little bit of white with your round brush, and you're going to go right up here and give the eyes a little bit of a shine. And you can always add in more later. Now we're going to add a little more shading in, and take your dark blue and just a little bit on the hat to give it a little accent. And you can always start with some watered down or just go straight with the blue. Next, you're going to outline the scarf just ever so slightly with the black, but don't outline the entire section in black. Pick and choose little portions of the scarf to outline with the black. When you're satisfied with all the shading, I've added a light gray under the hat on the snowman's face, some shading at the sides. I've shaded just a few portions of the scarf in the creases. You can also take your flat brush with a little black and go in and add a few creases to the scarf. I've added a few to the hat in the same way. Fabric is never flat, so we want to give it a little movement with some creases. There we go. Now we need to place our buttons. These are big snowflakes, and you can put 3 to 5 on, depending on how much space you have. We're also going to add some painted snowflakes, so leave the buttons on, but don't glue them down. With your white paint on your round brush, you're going to add some little X's to make little tiny snowflakes. If you've made them very, very faint, you can actually add one more cross. And don't forget this side. I put my painting in a box because I can be very messy with this part. Fill your small brush with white paint, and you can add a little water to it now. Bring your other brush out and then start tapping. You're going to get very tiny splats of white all over to mimic tiny, tiny, tiny snowflakes. We're almost finished. Well, I think our snowman is quite complete. All we need to do now is glue down the buttons. I also added a few dark lines on the carrot to give that a little character. And I think the last step after we glue the buttons down will be to sign our painting because it is complete. I hope you enjoyed attending. Do you want to build a snowman?